Okay, hello everyone. I hope you can see me and hear me. I don't really see you, which is a bit different from the normal situations. It's easier to interact with the audience that you actually see, but I hope you do see me. So yeah, my name is Jakub, and I'm representing RTB House here in Japan. Technically, I'm in Yokohama, not in Tokyo. But yeah, the office of our business is indeed in Tokyo, Meguro, next to Meguro Station. So I'm here to tell you a little bit of the story of RTB House, right? How we grew from the local business founded in Poland in 2012. Into a global company to tell the truth. So maybe just a few words on what we do. This is a very simple graph of online marketing environment. So we are what you call the demand side platform. So we serve ads on behalf of advertisers. We serve the banners, advertising banners on behalf of advertisers. What we do is called retargeting, which means that we learn the behavioral profiles of users, of consumers online, and then we target the appropriate advertising to get them to interact more often or to start interacting with a particular brand that hires us to do so. So what differentiates us from a lot of other companies is our technology. It is a bit of the buzzword, right? Technology nowadays. So I don't think you will encounter any company that would not say that their technology is outstanding. We operate fully on deep learning technology, which is the newest subset of artificial intelligence research. So it's exactly the same type of algorithms that drives Tesla cars, that fuels Boston Dynamics robots that can jump and run. And this is really a breakthrough in AI research, right? I could give you a lot of examples, maybe just to illustrate it with one simple comparison. Machine learning, which was the previous version of AI technology, was the kind of algorithm that has beaten Garry Kasparov in 1997 in Czech game. The most famous defeat of the computer over a human being in Go game, which is the Asian game, far more complicated than chess. It took 20 years to build a computer which is able to defeat the human master in Go game. So that's kind of to illustrate the difference between the technologies. Like, people say machine learning, some people say deep learning. It might not sound all that different, but it's actually 20 years of research. So it is very different. And that's what differentiates us. We are the only company that actually mastered this technology in online marketing. So our targeting is really precise. So that's about it about us. Now I think I'll move to how it all started. It all started with those three guys, the co-founders of the business. They put together the efforts and their brains and some of their money into a business. It played quite well. Currently, we operate in over 30 locations worldwide. We serve customers from 70 markets globally. Our revenues are growing, so it is a successful business that develops internationally, and pretty much bootstrapped since the very beginning. So it's it's also probably good to mention that it is a profitable business, which makes it success. I think even more sustainable, I would say. So these data go up to 2018. The trend continues. I can say this. We don't disclose the revenues of the last year. Post the investment from the private equity, we changed our policies in that respect. But the trend you can see here, and the trend didn't stop in 2018. We keep growing And there's the growth ahead of us, definitely. So I understand that I was invited here to also tell you what's the secret, like how do you tackle this international expansion, and of course the secret is to have a very good plan. And you can see we had it all sorted out since the very beginning. This is the first plan we drafted in March 2012. So as you can see, we were ready for everything that could have happened, right? So this is obviously, normally I would hope that now the audience would understand my joke and laugh a little bit. It's a bit difficult now to know whether the purpose was achieved. But moving to the more on the more serious note, to give you a couple of thoughts on how to get ready for international expansion. Well, I think the key thing is to solve a real problem and do it well. So these are two elements that are necessary. These are like a backbone or the basis of everything. Now, I can't remember the name of a person, but I heard someone on one of the startup conferences, one of the successful entrepreneurs, and he said his advice to startuppers was, do not try to get rich. Try to solve the problem. If you solve the problem, you will get rich. If you only try to be successful, try to be big, try to be rich, you will not solve a real problem. You will fail. So that's kind of something I truly believe, and this is, I think, without solving a real problem and without solving it really well, it is difficult to, or even not worth it, pretty much, to globalize your solution, I think. Then the other thing is, of course, you have to have the courage to start, and then the persistence not to give up when things go not the way you planned. And I think, we can all applaud Tom here as well. I don't think he pictured this conference taking place in that form, and I think that's another example of persistence, right? You don't give up. You have a plan, and you go for it, right? You stay focused on what you do. You don't diversify too much, but you don't give up. Yeah, that's, I think, so the idea, the courage, the idea to solve the real problem, the courage to start, and the persistence to keep going are the like, in my view, the most important elements. The one more is people, which I would like to mention. You should definitely hire the best people you can. Without this, you will never scale, right? So we were always focused on hiring the best people we can. I love hiring people who are smarter than myself. I think that's the only way you can scale, and you can eventually make sure that there will be succession. So if this is too much, if the business is too broad, or if you're not there anymore, the business will continue, and you will have people to trust and to delegate to. So yeah, I would just recapping this. In order to have a successful international business, you need to solve the real problem, solve it really well, have the courage to start, and persistence to keep going, and then hire a best team you can. Not the cheapest team, not the most available team, but the best team you can. It's worth waiting. It's worth the money. So maybe just to give you a little bit of the, of course, it's not always smooth. There was plenty of challenges on the way. One of them is connected with Japan, and it's more the business challenge rather than Japan specific challenge. But when we were starting every market, we started by looking for a first employee. Well, let's say we first started with always looking for the first client, and only then, when we had a proof of concept that our product can work in a particular market because we have sold it to at least one or two clients, and we operate the campaigns with them and for them, and they keep staying with us, then we actually move to start building a team. And this the same way was in Japan. Only after a year of recruitment process, and when we finally chose the candidate we wanted to work with, and we wanted him to build our business, he unfortunately resigned and decided to set up his own business. So we were left with this challenge to solve the issue. Well, what do we do? Do we repeat the whole process, or what do we do actually? And that was the moment. This is one of the reasons why I'm calling in from Yokohama, because I decided that it's not worth to wait again, like to repeat the 12 months long recruitment process, and this is why I relocated to Tokyo, eventually to Yokohama, to start the business here myself. Right now we are over 20 people in Meguro office, which is, I think, a great success. It's not very common for foreign startups to be able to recruit mostly Japanese personnel. And as you can see, we're not expat intensive environment. All of those people speak Japanese. One in the middle is visiting from Warsaw headquarters. The rest are fluent Japanese speakers, or basically they are Japanese by nationality. Right. So these, I think these are the principles that we're trying to keep. And just to share a few details, the recognition for our business came relatively late on the way, but currently we're happy to be recognized in the marketing online marketing world with a lot of awards. I think maybe one worth mentioning is Financial Times. We made to the list of the 1,000 Europe's fastest growing companies 3 times in a row, which shows that the growth is really stable. Recently, last year, we got an investment, a private equity investment from a global private equity firm from London, I believe. What the future brings, we don't know, but our target from where we are is to become a targeting technology of choice for sophisticated marketers. So to use our outstanding technology to target people with unintrusive and value-bringing advertising messages, right? So that brings value for the users, and it also brings value for the brands, for the advertisers. Thank you very much. I think I'm on time. We maybe have 1 or 2 minutes left for the questions. Let me check if I have any questions. No questions. Thank you very much anyway. And I did hope you hear that. And I think I give the floor back to Tom.